ahead, say that.
Just waiting on these other couple people. Just locked in. Yeah, come down and we'll start. Yeah, thanks, man. Good, you?
Hey, don't mess this up. Nigga, how my money come too far. Feel like I'm feeling. Set me up, overlay, up to me. Milk and how you silly, that silly. Tonight, it'll get us feeling. I make it rich like my friends. The cup, he is not ideal. I'm silly. Don't move one time. That's the way I'm coming. Don't move one time. That's the way that's what's out there.
Anything, bro. Oh, yeah? Okay. Give me 1 second. Yo, Brooklyn in the house. What's going on, guys? Guys, give it up for yourselves one time for being here at a comedy show. Please give it up for Kathy Underground and Ian Ford, our lovely manager here, for having this venue for us to put on this show, monthly show called The Do It Show. Who's ready to do it?
You jump in the gun, you got to introduce.
Yeah, I got to introduce myself. My name is Brandon Scott, and my co-host to my left is Adiel ZK.
Lahan, shalom, bitches.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum. That's what I... Nope.
Nope, lost it. See,
Lost
really
it.
tried it.
Yeah,
You had it there for a second.
I didn't really have it,
It's
because
okay.
that was just the next thing that I
It's
said.
okay. Just curious, though, how's your day been?
It's been good. How's your 2024 been? We haven't had another show since last year. Guys, it's the first show of the year.
This is the first show of the year. That's
Fuck
crazy.
yeah.
And it's the end of the month, which means finally you should all be getting your EBT stamps and food stamps and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's a great time of the year. You know what I'm saying? My 2024 has been bullshit. I haven't gotten ahead yet, y'all.
Yeah, that's...
I don't.
30 days in, that's...
You know, I asked Santa Claus, I was like, that's all I want for the beginning of the year is just some cheesecake, some Popeye's chicken, and some head.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten any of those. I'm so damn sad.
An unfulfilled New Year's resolution so far.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, there's still 11 more months to disappoint my black ass, so I'm all right.
How many years has that been your New Year's resolution, though?
Well, no, as of recently, my New Year's resolution for the last 5 years has been a do more BDSM.
That's. I'm pretty sure head is still probably part of that.
Oh, no. I mean, head is just a thing that people, it's like a handshake. You know what I'm saying? Head is just a friendly thing that people just give each other. You know what I'm saying? BDSM is more like a caring lesson in which I slowly insert my hand in someone's ass.
In case you guys are wondering, this is how we start all of our shows. So, yeah.
All right, y'all. But however, we have a great show for y'all. We got a lot of comedians, and we know that they
have a great lineup of
I
comedians.
mean, we didn't drag y'all ass in this basement for an orgy. You know what I'm saying? So we might as well be here for whatever reason.
Yeah, I know it's kind of playing off as a sex dungeon right now, but you know what, guys? We got a sexy lineup of comedians. You ready to fucking do it? You guys ready to do it?
Let's fucking show
I'm
them.
gonna bring up our first comedian. She's the producer of Bear Hug Comedy Show. Give it up for the one and only Claire Lichtenstein, everybody! Watch her come and do it!
Thank you guys. Hi, how are we doing tonight? Good? Good. It's Valentine's month. Anyone single or just me? Woo! I was having sex with a guy recently, and he did this really quirky thing. When I was coming, he whispered something. Do you want to guess what he whispered? Yes? Yeah. No, okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. I'll just kill myself. He whispered, "Just for me," which didn't feel very good, right? But I played along, gave him the benefit of the doubt, because I think dirty talk tells you a lot about a person psychologically. Like, I know he's the youngest of 5 children. He's never had anything just for him before. Like, I know he shared, like, clothes with his sister growing up. That sucks. Like, I know he shared a room growing up, and I'm pretty sure his mom got him, like, the KFC family meal. Do you know what I'm talking about? It comes with 2 wings, 2 drumsticks. And, like, his older brother, Kevin, always fucking took the drumstick. It was like, just for me. Now, Valentine's month is weird. I was in a relationship for 4.5 years, and now I'm single, like I mentioned. I don't know. Are you guys familiar with the 1906 San Francisco earthquake? Okay, because that's how intensely I crush romantically. Like, it moves tectonic plates. Like, it's harmful to the ecosystem, okay? Like, I get friend-zoned constantly. And I used to think it was because I was, like, one of the guys. You know what I mean? But I'm actually not that. I'm like the girl next door if it was, like, the creepy neighbor with the lizard. Like, 5 doors down. Do you know what I mean? Like, the one that your mom made you invite to the birthday party growing up. Like, that was my experience, and I had to make out with a friend recently that I'm in love with, and he told me, we were at a party, and he was basically like, if you were a girl, and then he caught himself, right, because he was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and I was like, we made out 3 weeks ago, you know, it didn't feel very good, but at the same time, like, maybe he's just being really woke, you know, like, he didn't want to assume my gender. It's 2024. No. I've been thinking a lot about ancient history lately. Is anyone else? No, just me. Okay, I was a history major, and I was thinking about this. Why is it that we base so much of what we know about cavemen on cave paintings? Because, you know what I'm talking about? Like, we don't know anything about them, but we're like, look at this art they made. But think about the time frame, like, who was hunting and gathering for food? Who were the assholes back in the caves making art? You know what I mean? Like, do you think it was the best, or, like, the ne'er-do-wells of that society? Like, I don't know. I can just imagine my Jewish mom talking to her best friend Karen, being like, Kevin will not stop getting high and watching fire. We have enough drawings of water buffalo, okay? At this rate, he'll never meet a nice cave girl. Who took an Uber here? Anyone? No? Okay, just me. I'm kind of rich. I think Ubers are weird because they've given me this alert lately where, like, if you have a deaf or hard of hearing Uber driver, they tell you. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's a little ableist, I think. like, what am I supposed to do? Cancel? But it did get me thinking, like, what would be a more helpful alert? Like, alert, your Uber driver is hot and in your age range. Like, I would change. Or, like, alert, your Uber driver has archaic views about women. I wouldn't take a phone call about anal sex in the backseat with my best friend, you know? Alert, your Uber driver has a startup he wants you to invest in. Oh, no, I'm deaf now. Yeah, I don't know. I take subways a lot, though. I think growing up in New York City, which is what I did, gave subways kind of a fun, like, learning experience to them. Like, today I was on the subway, and people are really, like, elevating their game. You know, people, like, used to sell Girl Scout cookies or candy. I swear to God, this actually happened. I was on the subway about an hour ago. They were selling pepper spray, which is, like, advanced. I don't know, when I was younger, I remember I was 8 years old, and I learned how to hustle early on. My mom was in front of me, and this unhoused person cut in front of her, went up to the token slot. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? There was these hexagonal tokens that they used to have before Metro cards. Went to the token slot, sucked it up, winked at me, and popped it back in the hole. Okay, have you heard of jumping the turnstile? Like, even at 8 years old, I knew that was an option. But at the same time, it did teach me, like, you can get anything you want in life by sucking hard enough. So dumb. What else? I'm in business school. Pretty cool. Thanks. Business school is like a redo in college, for college if you like weren't cool enough, and it costs like $250,000. You know, the type of person that only goes to business school for that. Yeah, I don't know. Business school is weird because I am someone going to study like entertainment business, and everyone else is in their suits just like pounding the pavement doing finance stuff. Like, I think it's very indicative the type of vibe I'm in. For our orientation trip, we went to the Hamptons, right? Insufferable. And we had what was called a white party. You guys know what that is? You just wear white. That's the party. Like, I don't understand. And basically, I was feeling like kind of reminiscent of it, like feeling like nostalgic or whatever. So I was looking at photos the other day, and I was looking at all the smiling wannabe investment bankers. And I was like, oh, we did not need to be wearing white for this to be a white party. Like, at all. Like, I don't know. It just really bummed me out because, like, in my class, there are 4 Brads, 3 Chads, and 2 the thirds. Like, it's just a really fucked up place. And I don't really have any, like, ground to speak for. I look like a bat mitzvah keeps getting postponed. That's the only thing I have to offer. But at the same time, like, if you think about the first white party, like, what was that? The Ku Klux Klan. It's fucked up. And so I left, like, this review of these photos, and I was like, I need to cleanse myself, not ethnically, just cleanse myself of the guilt, you know? So I bought a book on reparations. Yeah. Felt good. I think one thing that's important to understand about me is I like to talk to my guy friends a lot about, like, their practices. Because I didn't grow up with brothers. Who grew up with sisters only? Okay, yeah. I think guys are fascinating. Who here has measured their hard dick? Thank you. Okay, the rest of you who didn't raise their hands are liars, right? Because my friend was telling me he measured his hard dick, like, very early on. I was talking to him about, like, what he used the first time, and he was like, I think it was a Go-Gurt. My other friend, it was like a cheese stick, you know? My creepy uncle's penis, maybe? No? It was crazy, though, because my one friend, I was talking to him, and he was saying that he, like, measures it in the shower hard with a shampoo bottle, but he accidentally revealed how giant his schlong is, because he was saying that he gets all the way to the, like, ingredients. Do you know what I'm talking about? He's like, yeah, I usually hit sulfate, and I'm like, that's crazy. I'm pretty sure my ex hit, like, rinse well. Lather, rinse, repeat. All right, guys, that's my time. Thanks so much.
Yeah! Claire, everybody. Give it up for Claire one time. Guys, thank you for saving the front row for my family that's going to be coming any second now. Really, really appreciate it. Claire, you're single? That's crazy. That's nuts. Yeah, it is. Because, I mean, well, I'm single, you know. That's not crazy, right? That's pretty, yeah, that makes sense. You know, when you look at me, yeah, anybody else single but still listening to Steve Harvey for marriage advice? Anybody else doing that shit? But, like, you're rich and you're in business. You don't even need to be in business school. Do you know that? Like, Like, what are you in business school for? To get more rich?
Basically.
Oh my God, that's the most Jewish thing I've ever heard. Jeez, wow. All right, well that's good, guys. We have some more Jews on the lineup too. So I think I am Jewish, but I know what you guys are thinking. That looks like one successful Muslim. That looks like one successful Muslim. Guys, you ready for more show? You ready for more show? We got some more comedians to bring up. You ready to keep doing it? You ready to keep doing it? Let's get some energy in this. You ready to keep doing it? I'm gonna bring for this comedian. He's mad funny. He's the producer of Thin Crust Comedy NYC. Give it up for Mr. Zach DiDonato, everybody! Watch him come and do it! Yeah.
What's up, guys? Give it up for Adi and Brandon for putting this on. And the owner of this place. This place is sweet, dude. If you guys need a rice cooker, there's one right there. Reminds me of where my brother lives, my mom's basement. She also has a rice cooker, which is pretty sweet. I know you guys are surprised I'm white. I know what a rice cooker is, but I do. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. I just moved to New York. I haven't been here for that long. I grew up in California, and when I first moved here, the slang terms were throwing me off a little bit. Right, like back in California, those little bottles of alcohol, we call those shooters. I get here, turns out they call them nips. I had no idea. I had a full conversation with a girl about 2 different nips. I was at a pregame. She was like, I brought nips. I was like, I'd hope so. Yeah, this was throwing me off a little bit, dude. New Year, one of my friends, his New Year's resolution is to get a girlfriend, which I would have rather him just tell me straight up he wants to hang out with me less. You know, that would have been a lot easier. The funny part is like 4 weeks into 2024, he already got a girlfriend, so he's crushing it. I think that sucks for his girlfriend, though, because she's going to be like, when did you know I was the one? And he's like, nah, dude, I set goals and I hit them. All right? That's what I'm here for. It's just 2024. We're getting after it. The shitty part about being, because all 3 of my best friends now all have girlfriends. And the shitty part about being the single guy in a group of guys with girlfriends is I got to like draft a new squad to go out with. Which that sucks, because I had a squad, now they're all wifed up. Now I got to put together a new squad like it's a fucking heist. You know those movies where they got to put together like a heist team, everyone's got like a background? I'm like, yeah, this is Arthur. He did a 4-year stint out of U of A. We're bringing him. We call him the Approacher. Everyone's got a nickname and shit. That's what it feels like putting together this team. I don't know, dude. The cool part about being a single friend in the group is that if I make fun of them, it's funny. But if they make fun of me, they're just being a dick. You know? It's like, I'd be like, dude, you got a girlfriend that you love? That's fucking gay. They're like, dude, you're lonely and go to bars by yourself. I'm like, you're a dick, man. It's no fun. I don't know. Yeah, dude, I want a girlfriend so bad. It happens. That was a sad laugh. That's where I'm at, dude. I don't know. I'm actually going through a breakup in 2 weeks. No, I went through a breakup a while ago, but it's been long enough now where I'm starting to go on dates again, right? And so I went on my first date. When I went on my first date, I asked my friend, I was like, dude, how do these usually go? I haven't been on a first date in ages. And he's like, dude, super easy. She's going to ask you basic questions like, what do you do for work? What do you do on the weekends? Easy stuff, right? Dude, 3 questions in, she goes, if you wrote a book about suicide, what would the last line be? I panicked. I was like, I don't oops. Yeah, she was crazy. So I went home with her. We got back to her place. She was like, I want you to fuck me like it's your workout. So I threw a medicine ball at her. Yeah. It happens, dude. It happens. I don't know, man. I picked up a really bad habit of getting hammered on dates. That's not good. Because do you guys get nervous when you go on dates? You guys get nervous? I get nervous, dude. You know what clears the nerves? Blacking out. You don't remember anything. It's pretty sweet. But I don't like the hangover, so what I started doing, I started taking mushrooms and then going on dates. Dude, way more fun. Abby's so much more interesting when you think she's God. You know? It's a good time. Yeah, dude. When I was 23, actually, I went like 8-9 months with no sex drive. Which, honestly, every guy should go through. I think it's an important, because you see the world how it should be seen, right? Because guys, we go through life looking at shit like, how does this interact with my dick? That's just what we do, right? And when you don't have a sex drive, it's not, how does this interact with my dick? You're like, that's actually a pretty sweet Halloween decoration. That's how I'm feeling. You know, it's like, so I had to go to the doctor to like get this thing checked out. I was like, dude, doc, what's going on? And so he's like, all right, we're gonna do some blood tests. And I'm like, all right, sweet. And so he takes the needle and he starts to put the needle into my hand. I'm like, isn't that supposed to go up here? And he's like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't be the one telling you that. You know? So he's like, all right, tell me what's going on. And I'm like, dude, I haven't had a sex drive. It's been like 9-10 months. And his first diagnosis was like, are you getting enough sleep? And I was like, yeah, I'm getting 8 hours every night. Second diagnosis, he goes, have you ever thought that maybe you're gay? What you diagnose as gay as a medical condition. That's an insane thing to say to me. You know? And so he starts like giving me solutions. He's like, dude, this is what you gotta do. You gotta go out, you gotta get some sunlight. So you gotta go out, you gotta get some vitamin D, go outside, get some sun on the skin. And I was like, yeah, no, I can't do that. And he's like, why? I'm like, no, there's no sunshine in the closet. No, I didn't say that. I just went on another 10 months with no sex drive. That's what happened. Yeah, man. I don't know why people assume I do cocaine. No, I'm kidding. I know why. Because I do. No, I don't do coke. When people assume you do cocaine, they like to tell you stories about their coke adventures. Right? Like one time I was at a bar, the guy comes up to me. He was like, dude, one time I did so much blow on a ski trip, I had a heart attack at the top of the mountain. And he ends the story with, we've all been there, right? I'm like, no, dude, we haven't all been there, okay? We've all been a little too drunk. And I had cardiac arrest at Breckenridge. I don't know where you're getting that from, right? And so this has happened to me like so much. What I started doing is I just start telling people I do coke off anything that's not a table. Because apparently when you do that, you're the man. I didn't know that. Yeah. I'm like, table, they're like, whatever, man. You're like, dude, one time I did coke off a skee ball machine. They're like, you're fucking crazy, dog. You're insane. My friend, he's the craziest. He does coke off fentanyl. Yeah. Poor guy. I don't know, man. I like hanging out with people that do coke. They're fun. They're fun. Because they'll go into the bathroom normal and then come out with like a Shark Tank level business idea. You know? They'll come out like, all right, bro, hear me out. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. And they're like, all right, advent calendars, but for jerking off. And I'm like, dude, that's actually not a bad idea. I'd invest in that. That's pretty good. I don't know. People assume I do coke. It might be because I'm in sales. I do sales. A lot of people in sales. Here's how you know people in sales do coke. In my office, when you make a sale, your manager gets up and hits a gong. That's not what that's for. You know? And when I got recruited into sales, I played soccer in college. The first thing they tell you is they're like, we love to hire athletes because their beliefs around teamwork. Right? And I'm like, yeah, there's some beliefs I'm going to leave on the field. Right? Like in my college, when we had practice, if we scrimmaged, the losing team had to do sprints. The winning team would be like, nah, dude, win together, lose together. They do sprints, I do sprints. Right? If one of my boys gets sent to HR for sexual harassment, I'm not going to be like, I stand with dog. He touches a titty, I touch a titty. We're in this together, brother. Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know. I was at a restaurant the other day. They had a sommelier. You know what that is? You know what sommelier is? Yeah. It's like that person that like pairs like the wine with the cheese or whatever. And they had this person, and I honestly thought they should take into consideration how many glasses of wine you've had. Right? Because on glass 1, I was like, ooh, I could do some Gruyere. You know? By 6, I was like, fuck it, just give me Cheez-Its. I don't even care at this point. By 10, I was like, straight cheese was into my mouth. Let's get this party started, all right, dude? Let's go. My uncle was actually a whiskey sommelier. Yeah. He paired Jack Daniels with his Mazda 3. He was a crazy dude. I think hard alcohol pairings are easy, right? Zach, what does Don Julio go well with? Sleeping in the bushes. This is easy for me. Because that's what bartenders do, essentially. You know, they're hard alcohol pairers. You'll go up, you'll be like, they'll hand you a shot of moonshine. I'm like, what does this go well with? They're like fat chicks. I was like, all right, come on, dude. Nice. Yeah. All right, on this, dude. I slept with this magician chick recently. Fucking never again. Never again. I came in her mouth. She goes, check yours. Yeah, dude. Dude, she was so good at magic. I had a dick in my ass. That was crazy. All right, thanks, guys.
Zach DiDonato, everybody! Give it up for him one time. Fuck yeah. He also looks like my real estate agent. Like, if I had one, I don't have one. Obviously, I need to go back to business school for that.
Fair enough. I was gonna say I felt bad. I too assumed that you did coke.
Yes.
But to be fair, I think all white people do coke. I feel as if it's a secret. They don't tell us to do coke and mayonnaise. I don't know why. I've always just felt that way. Every time I see white people, like they must have a really good opinion on cocaine and mayonnaise. Just know they do.
Yeah, I've never done coke, but I do give advice on doing coke. That's what I do.
That's stupid.
Are you kidding me? It's smart as fuck. Because they think I've done coke immediately. And I was like, no, it's just one nostril, not two. You know? You ever two nose a fucking line of cocaine? That doesn't make
You're
sense.
a terrible friend.
Are you kidding me?
You don't do
Wait, who's to say I'm friends with these people? If they doing
He's
coke,
giving out people cocaine. Like, you know what? I'm gonna kick your ass.
how you know
Put up
they're
in
not
the
talking about
community.
the drink either?
Whatever. I'm gonna kick your ass.
All right, guys, you ready for some more show? You ready to keep doing it? I'm gonna bring up this next comedian. She's mad funny. I love her. You're gonna love her too. She has a podcast called the I Feel Fat Today podcast. Give it up for the one and only Kelly Taylor, everybody! Yeah, why don't you do it?
Oh, what's up, everybody? How we doing? All right, thanks for that. Oh man, this place is very underground. It's very much its namesake, and I'm a very above ground person, so I appreciate everybody having me here. Like, you guys are cool. You're out on a Tuesday night checking out some Bushwick stand-up comedy, and all I'm thinking about is how I'm missing the season premiere of Vanderpump Rules. We are not the same. But I've only ever strived to be like you guys. Zach totally looks like he goes to white parties. But the original one Claire was talking about. Yeah. The KKK. Okay, we're good. We're catching. All right. Someone was talking about, I think it was Zach was talking about that their boy wants to find a girlfriend as their New Year's resolution. And admittedly, it's so embarrassing. That was like finding a boyfriend had been a New Year's resolution of mine for many years. Again, I'm very cool. And I have one now. And the boyfriend that I got, our very first Valentine's Day together didn't do anything for me. Yeah. And he's shorter than me. Like, the fucking nerve of this guy. Yeah. He's shorter than me, my boyfriend. I did this comedy festival out in LA last year that was for primarily women and LGBTQ people. And when I went there, I felt a little bit out of place because I'm, a heterosexual woman in a normal, boring, straight relationship. But when I told the people there that my boyfriend is 5 inches shorter than me, they were all like, that counts. Like, how do you not have a letter yet? They add one every day. Yeah, no. He's cool otherwise. He's cool. We've been together a good bit. It's like weird dating somebody that you think you might marry. It's a really weird place to be. Because I've always looked at marriage as a kid like, I'm going to go into business with this person. Like, you're signing a legal document, if that's what marriage is. But I don't know if you've met the modern man, but he's pretty addicted to marijuana, okay? So it's like, how am I supposed to start a business with this guy and the CEO of the company can't pass a piss test? I don't know. Weed's legal in New York, so it's not a problem. Tell that to our future, probably autistic children. Okay, what else about him? We lived together, which I grew up Catholic. Anybody else in therapy? Amazing. Yeah, in therapy. So it was like high drama when we started living together. My grandma was so upset because you're not supposed to live together before you're married. And my grandma sat me down and was like, Kellyanne, you're living in sin. And I was like, that may be true for you, Grandma, but in reality, I am living in debt. And him moving in makes this one bedroom affordable. It's our New York City love story. It's a regular Woody Allen film. Only I'm not his daughter. Okay. Enough about pedophiles. I don't want to go on about the Catholic Church. Yes. I've been getting on stage all month long, and I've been asking the crowd if anybody has any New Year's resolutions, and all age ranges, nobody has resolutions. I think resolutions are out in 2024. Like, we're no one, which is great, Path to Betterment absolutely sucks. But it made me realize like a lot of my resolutions are like antiquated, like getting a boyfriend that's so lame, like and like losing weight, like I don't know. But I don't really need to go on a diet in 2024 because there's Ozempic, you know, everybody's on Ozempic. The thing about Ozempic is that once you're on it, it's a weight loss drug, and once you're on it for the rest of your life because you'll gain the weight back. So it's like, what's the point? And it's also not a drug that you ingest orally. You have to take a needle and inject it into your body. And like, there's all these crazy side effects, like your hair falls out. I'm like, okay, so my hair's gonna fall out. I have to inject it with a needle, and I'm gonna drop all this weight, but I'm on it for the rest of my life. It's like, why don't you just try heroin, right? Like, it's way more fun, and you don't have to go through insurance. The hosts were talking about this being a sex dungeon. It's like if anybody invites you to a sex party where there's a coffee place on top, turn around. I know what coffee does to my body, and sex is not something that follows. Imagine being at a sex party and hearing that noise. You're like, we're all gonna die. Like, he's always gonna come in here and murder us. Imagine being at a sex party. I've never been to one, but you guys are cool. You probably have. You guys are all like under the age of 25. What do I want to talk about? My notes have sweated off my hands. Every single joke I ever tell on stage has just sweated off my hand. No. I've talked about Ozempic dieting. Whenever I'm on a diet, all I can think about is being on that diet. Like, I can't care about things like being paid a fair wage when, like, the only thing I care about is how many calories are in a splash of oat milk. It's 12 to Weight Watcher points. I have, like, an encyclopedic knowledge of diets. And, you know, I realized through a lot of therapy, like, I have a lot of these food hangups, and, like, I'm obsessed with food because, like, the women in my life are the ones that, like, impressed upon the importance of being thin to me. But then I realized, like, those were the same women, like my mom, my grandma, that fed us the shitty foods, right? Like, I read online that one hot dog will take 35 minutes from your life. Like, if one hot dog is taking 35 minutes from me, what has Hamburger Helper taken from me? Like, is that little oven mitt just going to come and smother me in the middle of the night? My headstone's going to read Death by Pastaroni. A lot of working mothers in the crowd, not a lot of home-cooked meals. Okay. My mom was really progressive, though. She got me into therapy when I was really young. I was like 12 years old, and she brought me to this group therapy session that was all for women. I realized later in life it was a Weight Watchers meeting, but I digress. I do think that of all the diets that there are to do, because there are plenty of them, probably the best diet I think that works is Weight Watchers, because not only do you get a diet plan, but you also get the opportunity to go to meetings and sit with other people and talk about how difficult dieting is. And Weight Watcher gets that food is an addiction, okay? Like, if you don't believe me, okay, I've been to both Alcoholics Anonymous rooms and Weight Watcher meetings, and in both of those rooms, someone was there because they ruined their sister's wedding, okay? Both times it involved cake. Serious. Younger people are like, we don't diet. I don't know. Sick. I am having fun, despite everything about me right now. I'm having a lot of fun doing that. What do I want to leave you on? Everything's too self-disparaging. Okay, astrology. I do like astrology, like all January long. Like, I have a day job where I work from home, so I've just been like sitting on YouTube looking up like year ahead 2024 astrology. Like, that's just what I've been doing all day. And the reason why I love astrology is because I totally think there's credence to it, but I love an excuse. Like, I live for an excuse. And so when I feel like my world is crumbling and I'm having like massive anxiety, it's like, oh my God, Mercury is totally in retrograde, or I've stopped my Lexapro cold turkey. It's one or the other. It's like, oh my God, it's a full moon and I cannot get any sleep, or I'm at 1099 during tax season. Like, it's one or the other. I don't know. definitely not both. I've made fun of myself a good amount during this set, but I'm fine with myself. I gotta say, when I do feel badly about myself, I really like makeup, and I read this fact online about makeup that the best lip shade for your complexion is actually the same shade as your nipple. It's true, yeah. Yep. It's a perfect complexion, the shade of your nipple. But I was disappointed. I went out to Sephora and I could not find the shade Veiny anywhere. You're not laughing. What do your nipples look like? All right, give it up for your host.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors with every comedian up here. Fuck yeah. Give it up for Kelly again one time, everybody. That's what's up. Yeah, my New Year's resolution was just to wish everybody a happy New Year's every day for the rest of 2024. That was my New Year's resolution. Hasn't been going so great because I've still been putting 2023 on every application. So, yeah. Anybody else have a place to live? I'm moving tomorrow, guys. Yeah. 3 blocks away from here. That's it. Can anybody guess that? Anybody live in Brooklyn? Show of hands. Anybody live? Fuck yeah. Wow, where are you guys coming from? Okay, you guys also live in Brooklyn. Yes? No? You don't have to answer. All right, that's my bad attempt on crowd work. That's what that is. I live in Brooklyn currently. Brooklyn is a weird place to live because the storage facilities look nicer than the actual apartments that are here. Anybody else's 20-year-old furniture living in a more spacious room than you are? What the fuck, dude? It's also great because you can walk outside and just see a bunch of rats carrying a flat screen TV down the sidewalk. It's a great fucking time, dude. But you guys, you ready to keep having a great time? This next comedian, you see him at the Stress Factory, super funny. Love that he's on the show. Give it up for Martin McGinney, everybody! Watch him come and do it!
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
It's my favorite basement in Brooklyn, not gonna lie. Shit feels like I'm performing in the Underground Railroad right now. I got a joke for my freedom. Hey, yo, give it up for yourselves, please.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie, you guys are really good listeners. You'll listen to a comic's joke and be like, I see where you're going, but I have a job. Well, what's going on with me? I've been trying to work on my self-confidence recently, because it's like something I struggle with. Can you guys believe that? Handsome old me, with my beautiful smile, my beautiful cheekbones, has a low opinion of myself. I get shy, dude. Yeah, man, I've been trying to work on my self-confidence. And, I feel like I'm at my most confident right now. And, the part that sucks, I feel like the more that I try to be confident, the more that people call me awkward. That shit's frustrating, bro. I'm like, yo, you guys don't see the work I'm putting in right now. Right? Because, you know how isolating that shit feels? Because, in my head, I feel like the man, right? I feel like Kanye without the anti-Semitism. But when I talk, I make people cringe like Kanye with the anti-Semitism. Right? And, I try to shoot my shot with gorgeous people, just stuttering the entire time. I'm like, damn, girl, can I nibble on those elbows? And they're like, oh, man, you're weird. And, I feel bad on the outside, but in my head, I'm like, oh, this lady just doesn't get my lore. This peasant doesn't understand my vibe. She doesn't stand down being brave right now. Man, I used to be so mean to myself, bro. I used to call myself a loser. That's a horrible thing to call yourself, dude. Because, just because you're a loser doesn't mean you're not lovable. People still root for losers. In fact, some losers have stadiums. And those losers are called the Jets. Every Sunday, people pay $30 to watch somebody drop a pass. Right? People root for losers. Right now, the South still roots for the Confederacy. Right? I want to believe in myself the South still believes in the Confederacy. Every time shit doesn't go well for me, I want to be like, yo, Martin will rise again. And he will say the N-word. Yeah, man. So it's try to push myself. A little thing about me, I love comedy, right? It's the one thing that really makes me believe in myself, right? It's corny, but I feel sad when I'm not up here. I start saying cheesy shit like, if I'm not in front of a mic, then who am I? Right? If I'm not talking about my dick in front of strangers, then I'm not Martin. Right? It's like the one thing that gets me out of bed, and I low-key really think I'm gonna make it, despite me being in this basement right now. Right? But like that self-belief makes me a horrible employee. Dude, I suck at my job, dude. Every time I clock out, I'm like, yo, how am I not fired yet? Because like my boss will be mad as hell yelling at me. He's just like, yo, why are you 30 minutes late to work? And I'm like, yo, why are you yelling at the dude who's going to be headlining the Comedy Cellar in 30 years? Don't burn bridges. In fact, I don't even need this job, dude. I have another job that pays me in alcohol. Yeah. I've been trying to watch more television, you know? Like, right now my friend put me onto this show called The Sopranos. Wow, this show fucking rules, dude. I don't know, like, bro, this show's been around for 25 years, but I still feel like there's shit that you could learn from it. Like, did you guys know that the Italians feel things like us people do? I didn't know, bro. These people have layers to them. Yeah, like, when I told that joke to my Italian friend, she was just like, that joke hurts my feelings. I was like, oh, look at you. Feelings, more than one. Yeah, man. But aside from like watching television, I've been watching the news more because I just like stressing myself out. Dude, there's something about a gorgeous day and birds chirping, and I'm just like, I need to watch CNN right now. The news anchors, I was like, our democracy's on the brink of annihilation. I'm like, oh, I knew it wasn't a good day. And when you're always watching the news, you're always in a state of panic, right? And my friends are concerned for my mental health. Like, they had a sit down with me a couple days ago. They're like, yo, Martin, you need to stop watching the news because you're stressing yourself out. And also, you're scaring the baddies with your talk about nuclear war. And I'm like, listen, Putin can press the nuclear button at any moment. Somebody needs to sit in my face right now. Time is fleeting. The missile's coming right now. Yeah, man, it's like, because, like, I don't know, that shit confuses me, dude. Because, like, if you're telling me not to watch history, you're pretty much, like, telling me to not watch history before my eyes. And if I'm not watching history, guess what? I'm watching porn. That's right, jerking off. I'm sorry, but today I feel like learning. I'm at a point in my life where I'd rather watch a president get indicted than watch two strangers have sex. Sorry, I'm growing up. Besides, there's an election coming up, and I gotta be informed. Right? I can't be bricked up when I vote. Because if I'm bricked up when I vote too recklessly. I'm not voting for good policies. I'm voting for whoever I think fucks black dudes. I'm sorry, I can't vote for Mike Pence again. It's a waste of a vote. That's right, I think Mike Pence fucks black dudes. That's why I think he believes in God so much. I imagine whenever he's at church praying, he's like, God, if you're real, I just want to thank you for making LeBron James so handsome. And also, whenever I kiss my white wife, I pretend she's Obama. Was that too clever for y'all? I know some of y'all thinking, hey, Martin, if it's such a problem, if you're such a pervert, just jerk off before you vote. That's a cute idea. But I know myself. If I jerk off before I vote, guess what I'm not doing? Voting. It's going to be taking a sad nap. I'm like, who's going to save our country? And also, who's going to give me a new shirt? I'm not going to lie, this set feels more like a diary, you know? Dear diary, I bare my soul in front of a diverse basement. They understood me, but they didn't get me at the same time. I know. I've been a sad boy these couple weeks, you know. Like, I want to tell, I would tell my friends my depressing problems, but I'm not trying to kill their vibe. Just myself. What, too real? It's like, don't do it, Martin. Quick, let's save him with our silence. I don't know. It's like, so instead of like talking to instead of talking to my friends about my depression problems, I've been talking to my plants because I heard talking to your plants helps them grow faster, and I find that shit beautifully ironic Because I'm just like, yo, I'm not sure how much more I can take. And then my petunias start blossoming. They're like, yes, yes, tell me more. Your misery gives me strength. Spit on me, you sad fuck. Yeah. Like, I want to have a garden one day and have my neighbor be like, yo, how'd you grow a garden in 2 days, bro? What's your fertilizer? What's your secret? And I'm just like, yeah, just water and childhood trauma. Right? But I'm not trying to stay negative my whole life. I'm too handsome for that. So I've been trying to get rid of this negativity creatively. So I've been just going to protests, just inventing shit. Like, I went to the Trump protest a couple of years ago, and everyone's just like, can't build a wall, hands too small. Can't build a wall, hands too small. And I'd chime in and I'd be like, I hate how every time I get closer to my father, I want to eat less ass. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. I'm kind of tired of being every white girl's best friend. You can watch The Notebook and have sex with the homie. See, I'm what you call a lo-fi comic. I'm not someone that you laugh to. I'm more of somebody that you study to. I'm just like, I better clock into at work before I start bombing at these open mics. Where can I leave you? I feel like you guys are chill. I feel like I can ask you guys this. You guys believe in hitting your kids? No? Just gonna leave me up here with my nipples out? With my beautiful cheeks up here? You guys just gonna look me in my face, be like, no. I lost a fight to a 5th grader the other day. I'm recovering. Alright. I'm gonna ask something else. I'm gonna pivot. You guys believe in me hitting your kids? Come pull back, I got this. Yeah, next time your kid acts up, call me. I'll set him straight for you. Have them all confused. Like, how come every time I slam the door, I get jumped by black dudes? Obviously, I'm just kidding. Never gonna hit my kid. Never. Mostly because I'm scared that he's just gonna... mostly because I'm scared, like, if I hit my kid, he's gonna grow up super into it. We don't need those people. They're so obnoxious, bro. They're like acting like their parents' him was like the greatest way they learned their lesson. They start saying goofy shit like, yeah, my father used to kick me in the chest, but that taught me how to live in the moment. All right, that's my time. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah! Morning, everybody! The realist.
I do have an answer to your question. I don't believe you should hit your kids. I do think you should throw liquor bottles at them, though.
What, like Molotov cocktails? What the fuck?
I mean, if you gotta set them on fire, then yes.
Oh my god, what
Yes.
the fuck? No, that's...
Listen, that's the way I learned. Hey, you know what I'm
You
saying?
did not get Molotov cocktails.
No. My grandmother, she drunk the liquor first. She was smart.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine, right,
I do,
guys?
right? Fair, right? I do say this, though, and Martin, I too have self-esteem issues.
Hang in there, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? It's all right, Ruby. I'm gonna tell you my secret. My secret is I know I'm ugly, but I'm also fuckable. Like, I'm ugly, you know what I'm saying? But you can spit in my mouth and I will still love you afterwards. So right there, that's the balance. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need. You don't have to be pretty. Just be pretty fuckable. The more you know.
Big facts. And this next dude is mad fuckable. He has his next 3rd solo show at Soho Playhouse. Give it up for the one and only Carter Ford, everybody! Why don't you come and do it?
Thank you very much. Yeah, I have my 3rd solo show coming next month. I'm very excited. I tell true stories from my life. Some weird things happen to me as they happen to everyone else. And this one time I found myself after I get off work, I really like to just go visit any one of my friends working somewhere because you get a free drink or two. And I had this friend named Jackson who worked at this place called Et al. And he worked in the back with all of this vintage clothing, just dressing people up. But it was the richest place in the world, just a place where it's $50 for every guy to get in. And in addition to that, everyone just paid $100 to wear some really old clothing that definitely was not washed, and they just felt that they were just being I'm just being so vintage today. And it was just so weird to me, the fact that he got to do this. But I would go and visit him, and he didn't drink, so he was like, hey, you can have my one free drink. And I'd go out on the dance floor, and actually, I was out on the dance floor talking to this one girl, and she was like, you're actually really nice. I feel really bad, like that I probably coerced you to get in here. Let me pay you your cover back. And I didn't pay any cover because the bouncer knew me, so she just gave me $50. And I was like, cool, fuck yeah. And I'm at the bar, and this girl is talking to me, and eventually I finished my drink, and she goes, so you gonna buy me a drink? And I definitely did not have enough money for any drinks at this place. And I tried to think of the cleverest thing that I could do to keep talking to this girl, but not buy her a drink. So I just said, no. She went, oh. You're doing that thing, aren't you? You're doing that thing that all guys do this 1 week in April, where you try to go out to bars and you try to get girls to buy you drinks, aren't you? Yes. Yes, that is what I'm doing. And she went, all right, I'll call your bluff. And then she bought me a drink. And I was like, I have no idea what these rich dudes are doing this 1 week in April, every fucking year, but I fucking love it. And she just bought round after round, and we started talking, we were dancing. And I was having a great time, and I was just like, fuck yeah. And then eventually I asked her if she wanted to go home together, and she said, sure, you just have to get some cocaine. And I went, cool, that's my fault. She's definitely spent at least $300 on me. I will attempt to find some cocaine. So I have this, I grab my phone, and I'm like, all right, I know that there was this one guy who gave me a little bit of cocaine once. So I text him, and I say, hey, do you happen to know where I can buy cocaine? And then I felt really bad just being a random guy texting him that. So then I just gave him a long backstory. I was like, my name is Carter Ford. You met me at this one bar. We played a game of pool, and eventually we found ourselves in a situation where we were both in the bathroom together, and you gave me a little bit of cocaine. And I don't mean to like push anything on you, but I just wanted to know if you happen to know where you bought that cocaine, so that I can get that person's phone number, and then I can buy cocaine. And he went, I only gave you that cocaine because I was trying to sell you cocaine, Carter. And I was like, cool. So can I buy some cocaine from you? He was like, yeah, where are you? I went and met him. I bought some cocaine. I came back. And I remember I did the worst thing in the world because I was right in the middle of the dance floor. And I went up to her and I was like, I got it. And she was like, oh my God, put it away. So we did the cocaine. And she said, all right, cool. Let's go home. And then she just started walking. And then she went over to a car. And I was like, no, the subway's this way. And she went over to this car. And she opened the driver's side door. And I went, what's happening? And she was like, well, that's why I needed the cocaine. I'm not going to drive home drunk, Carter. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, cool, yeah. And I was like, there was a moment where I was just like, you know what, Carter, you can just live. You don't have to go home with this girl. But I was like, no. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be fine. So I got in the car, and I remember when we got in the car, she like put the key in the ignition, and she went, oh, I'm kind of feeling it. Can I have another bump? And I was like, all right, what are you feeling? Like, shouldn't we just get on the subway? Can we call a car? And she was like, are you going to call a car? And I was like, no, drive. And so I sat down, and I remember I even put my knees up as if I thought that was going to do anything. And I put the seatbelt over, and she was just like, oh, you're so funny. And I was like, yes, I am. And so she drives, and we get all the way to her place in Brooklyn. And it's this huge building. And I was like, fuck, what do you do for a living? And she was like, oh, I'm actually unemployed, but, I'm trying to become a makeup artist. And I was like, okay, I don't know how else to say this, but, like, how can you afford this huge one-bedroom apartment? She goes, oh, it's my boyfriend's. And I was like, oh, okay. So you guys are just, like, polyam, like, in the thing? Like, is he in the closet watching? Like, what's happening? And she was just like, no. We're in a bit of a fight right now. We are here to have sex, right? And she was just like, yeah, Carter, yeah, we are. And like, I don't know if this is actually going to go anywhere. So I just thought, might as well just fuck around. And I was like, cool. I don't know what he did to you, but I mean, one man's shit's another man's treasure. So I was like, cool. So let's, and we went and we had a nice time. And that's to say that we had sex. And we woke up the next day, and she said, I bought all the drinks. You're gonna buy breakfast. And I just really thought to myself, I was like, I really hope this isn't the most expensive place in the world. I really hope this isn't the most expensive place in the world. And we got there, and she ordered herself breakfast. I ordered myself just some toast. And as I ordered myself some toast, I realized the whole entire thing came out to like $60. And I was like, this is insane. I have no idea why this. And eventually, she said, "Well, I had a really nice night. You know, I'll see you later." And I was like, "Oh, actually, I don't really know where I am. Do you know where do you know where the closest subway is?" And she was like, "You could just call a car." And I was just like, "I'm doing that thing in April where I take the subway every weekend." And she was just like, "I'll drive you to the subway." So she drives me to the subway. And I get there, and the moment I get to the subway, I realize I really have to take a piss, and it's just kind of drizzling, and I was like, okay, let me try to find a place to take a piss, but it's just an open kind of field in Brooklyn. And I was like, I don't want to just take a piss there, so I start walking towards the closest store that I can find, and for some reason, as I'm walking in the grass, I see that there's a huge mud patch, but it's just a bit of a hill, and I was just like, oh, why? Why would that be there like that? And I leaned over, slipped in the rain, and just fell in a bunch of dog shit. I was like, great. So I just have dog shit all the way from my pinky all the way down to my elbow. And I was like, okay, cool. I really need to find a place. And I find this diner, and I go over to the diner. I don't want to open the door because I have shit on my hand. So I just kind of do a gentle knock with my knee. And a person comes over to the glass door, points at the sign that says bathroom are for customers only. And I just showed my arms, and they went, oh my God. And then they let me in. And I ran in, and I washed my arms, I washed everything, I took a piss, and then eventually I just realized that the sink was overflowing with dog shit and water, and I was like, oh my God, what do I do? So then I just took all of it, and I tried to throw it into the toilet, but I just kept missing because it was mostly water, and now there's shit all over the ground, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I'm too embarrassed to go over to the person and being like, hey, thank you so much for opening the door for me, but there's shit all over the ground in there. So I just took a 20 out of my pocket and put it on the toilet, and I was like, that'll solve everything. And as I started leaving, there was a comedian who was having breakfast on a date, and he goes, hey, is that Carter? And I was like, no. And he goes, Carter, hey, man, come over. I want to introduce you to someone. He introduced me to some girl that he's on a date with. And I was like, hi, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sweating. And I see someone go over to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, no. And eventually I just hear someone in the bathroom go, what the fuck? And I went, I'm so sorry, dude, I gotta go. And he was just like, what's happening? And then he sees me look at the person looks at me, and I was like, I just have to go right now. And he goes, oh my God, am I gonna be in one of those stories that you do? And I went, yes! Thank you, guys.
Yeah! Fuck yeah, dude. Give it up for Carter for one time. King of dog shit.
Wow, Carter. You
Yeah.
should have just stayed and did more coke at her house. The moral of the story is just do more coke with the nice lady, okay? Damn.
Or just leave before she wakes up. Put the 20 on her nightstand and be like, this will solve everything. You know, just do that.
You do my go-to. I just tell people I don't know English. No, but I ain't glasses. Just run past. No, but I ain't glasses.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was the head worth it at least? Was
the head worth it?
the head worth the dog shit?
I don't think I got head.
Oh, damn.
It was just clean.
So the answer
You
was
thought
no.
somebody else was going to fulfill your New Year's resolution for you, dude?
I mean, listen, if someone leaves here and gets head, I vicariously live.
It was a
through
successful
that.
show. It was a successful
Okay, you
Jewish
call
show.
me and tell me how our head was. Okay, this wasn't your head, our head, comrade. All right, Das Vidania.
Yes.
All right, let's get to this next person. So
Guys.
this is this. I mean, you
Ready
have
to
to
keep doing it?
you have to top
Fuck
the
yeah,
last
get
story.
that energy up. She's performed at Westside Comedy Club. Give it up for Sesh Rez, everybody! Why don't you come and do it?
What's up, Caffeine Underground? Hey guys! Oh my god. What if I just untangled this for the next 10 minutes? You know, just so we can- what's up? Just a fun little room. What if we just all got murdered after this? You know, that'd be crazy. Dude, that'd be awesome. No, I'm kidding. Don't worry. I'm not gonna murder you. This is exciting. I like this place is so cute. I love this place. I really think that because it's called Caffeine Underground, you should order upstairs, and then the guy up there is get your coffee downstairs, and then it's this, but then some dude named Johnny, his hand just comes out with your drink, and you trust it, and then that's the concept. I'll pitch it later. Don't worry. I had a weird day today because I work at a cafe too. It's not this one. Not that anything's wrong. No. I work at one in the Upper East Side where coffee costs $12 fucking, and I had a weird day today because I figured out that my coworker isn't flirting with me. He just blinks one eye at a time. Dude, this whole time I was he's in love with me, and he'd be like, how was your day? You know, he would just do that, and I'd be like, oh my god, my love language is eye contact. This This is awesome. No, I know I shouldn't date my coworkers though, because like I just spent like the last month in training to develop a palate for coffee, which honestly useless fucking skill. Like I don't know anytime I'm gonna use it. Like I'm gonna drink something and I'm like, oh, this has poison in it, you know, and then I'm just gonna die. Like what's the point? But like the whole like month they're like teaching us how to like assess flavors and like notes and acidity to see what mixes with milk of like different coffee beans. And I was training with like 3 other dudes, and the whole time I'm just thinking, damn, I'd hate to get eaten out by one of these guys, you know? Like it's just like, because we like study acidity, so it's like I can't imagine him down there and he's like, your pH balance is off. You know, we gotta talk about this. Like it's all bullshit too. Because I worked at the cafe like this morning, and we have to ask the customers if they want their coffee from the one that's from Guatemala or Ethiopia. And a customer came up and I asked him, and he was like, I don't give a shit. I'm not adopting a kid. Just give me my coffee. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Here you go. Like it doesn't even matter at this point. Oh my god. So I work at a cafe. I have another day job. It's as a matchmaker. Do you guys know what that is? No, it's so basically I work with single people and I put them in relationships. Yeah, dude, I got a swagger for it too. It's kind of cool. See, I work for a company. I don't just do this on the streets. Like you guys should fuck. You know, like I don't just. I work for an actual. I get paid to do it. And honestly, like even if like you guys are doing it as a job, great cop out for whenever you get rejected in public. Okay, because the amount of times I see a cute guy and I'm like, are you single? You're good looking, and he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, it's because I'm a matchmaker. You know, I just you're not doing that cute anyways. It's whatever. It's fine. A cool thing about that job is that I get to go on first dates with all the clients to kind of like vet them for the process. Pretty fucking cool. Like see their dating style and everything. And yesterday I had my 50th first date. Pretty cool. Yeah. Thank you. I don't remember a single one, so it's 50 first date. Okay. Anyways, what else happened to me this week? I spoke with my dad today, and thank you. I don't have a lot of respect for him. It's fine. He used to be like this big like finance like corporate guy, and then a couple years ago he quit his job to become a full-time DJ. So I don't know why I say full-time either. It's not like he was doing it part-time before. You know, like he kind of dropped everything, bought all the gear, and was like, I'm doing birthday parties from now on. Like that was his whole thing. And so like it's weird now because he does music, I do comedy. Now we have 2 dream followers in the family. Dude, generationally we're getting nothing done. Like my kids are definitely gonna be poor. Like that's for fucking sure. And right now he's the only person in our family that knows I do comedy. And when I talked to him today, he asked me if I like talk about him during any of my sets. And I said yes. And he wants me to let you guys know that he's actually not that bad. He's actually really good at DJing. Do you guys know who Steve Aoki? I'm kidding. That'd be so cool. My dad is Steve Aoki. Oh my god, that'd be sick. No, we don't have it like that. I wish, dude. I wish we had it like that. Cause like growing up, we were a buffet family. Any of you guys these people as well? Make me feel better. Let's go. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the whole buffet thing. But by the way, do we have a dog here? And he or she. I don't want to. He is actually paying such great attention. Okay? Cause like I'm in the back and someone said a joke and he went. Dude, that was killer. I was like, I get it, you know. And then when it's not a joke bombed, and then he just went. Like yeah, dude. Now this just makes me want to do a show and just all dogs. You know, see how well the material works for them. Just work. Okay, no. Okay, so we were a buffet family, and that's just saying that my family doesn't believe in proportions. Like that's really the whole situation. Like, because buffets get a lot of smack, but they're really good. It's amazing to watch. It was crazy, dude. I don't know. Now I'm kind of scared because I feel like every time I go on dates, I like want like way too much food, and I'm just like, this is not enough food for me. And then I get it, and it's anyways. Okay, I think I'm just bad at dating. I'm gonna transition to that. I'm bad at dating. Mostly because I ghost, I ghoul, I Babadook. Anybody else a piece of shit in here? No, okay. I recently had to ghost this one dude. I had to. It was mandatory. No, okay, you're gonna understand why I did. Okay, okay. Any of you guys have that friend that's so pale that if they crack their back, they probably glow in the dark? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yes. Okay. So I dated one of those guys, and that's my way of saying I dated a white guy. But anyways, so I dated him, and then I went on a trip recently, and I went on a trip to whatever Asian country you guys think I'm from. And when I came back from the trip, I figured out he had a roster of Asian girls he was seeing. I was one of 6. Dude, 6. Are you kidding me? He was collecting us like Pokemon cards. Like, I was the legendary. But anyways, I told one of my friends about the whole situation, and she was like, "Oh, that's not too bad. You know, you're in New York. There's a lot of people. You could have fought them." Like, fight these girls? What? Dude, like, okay, my main reason why I didn't want to fight these girls was because I was supposed to be born a twin, but I ended up absorbing her, and in that process, she somehow managed to wrap the umbilical cord around my neck. Okay? And I was born a blue baby. So I fought an Asian bitch before. Okay? I've done it before. I almost died. I may have won. Fuck that. I'm not doing that again. I don't know what my friend expected of me either, that, like, I would fight them. Like, did she think I was just going to absorb all these Asian girls, you know? Like, just become mega Asian? Just turn into Bobby Lee? Like, fuck, I don't know. I don't know. Another reason I don't like my dating history is because I dated a dude that, his favorite color was clear. Does that make sense? Because it still doesn't to me. And like, his favorite color was see-through. He also thought a brothel was a soup place, so you could tell where his head was at. And I dated him for 2 years, so that you could tell where my head was at. We ended up breaking up because he told me I was built like a Bob's Burgers character. Dude, I asked him why, and he told me it's because I have a round face and a weak neck. Dude, I was less upset about the weak neck thing and more hurt that I just look easy to draw. You know? Like, it kind of sucks. Now I'm just, like, 2D around New York City. Okay, I'm not 2D off the stage. Thank you guys. You've been
Sesh Reyes, everybody. Diverse lineup, right? Of comedians, I must say so myself. Yeah. One thing we do have in common, though, is I'm also bad at dating, though. I'm also... But specifically, I'm bad at talking to the waiter. Like, I was on a date this one time, and the waitress comes over to the table, and she goes, "Can I top you off?" And I go, "Yeah, take your top off. I mean, get on top. I mean, get the top of the morning." Date didn't go so well. I think she thought that I secretly wanted to bang the waitress. But I think being bad at dating actually stems from an early age, you know? Did anybody else grow up playing this game called 7 Minutes in Heaven? Anybody play this game called 7 Minutes of Heaven? Yeah? Yeah, more like 7 minutes of hell, dude. The first time I played this game, I walked into the closet. She goes, "I'm not going to kiss you." I go, "What?" "Can I at least see a titty, a nipple, something?" She just goes, "You can watch me put on more clothes." She just put on more clothes on top of her clothes, guys.
Sorry, I got an announcement. I was given this from upstairs. If you
That's
were
your
joining,
handwriting.
yes, I wrote the announcement down. I had to remember it. If you are driving a Tesla, Elon Musk is watching you masturbate. So if you are currently driving a Tesla now, Elon Musk is now watching you masturbate.
If anybody is driving a Tesla that's in here, please meet me after for business contact information.
Sex.
You know, but what? Why does it have to be that always with you, dude? When the radiator goes on, when anything goes on, it's just sex with you. All right, guys, you ready for some more show? You ready to keep the show going? Give it up for this next comedian. He's mad funny. He did the last show. He headlined it. Now he's up here. Give it up for my man, Jansen Quinlan, everybody. Jansen Quinlan, Jansen Quinlan. Watch him come and do it.
Cool. Hey guys. Yes. Is the correct response. Don't worry. I'll answer for you guys the rest of the show. Don't worry about it. I have a cute joke for you guys to start off. You know, something something accessible, you know. Yes, I was with a buddy the other day. He's studying zoology. You guys heard of this before? And it's kind of a lazy name for a field of study, you know? Because like if you're out, you know, in the real world, and you know, you ask somebody like, oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, I study the earth. I study rocks. You know, it's like, oh, what's your field of study? Oh, I'm a geologist. You know, you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know. Or you ask somebody like, hey, what do you do? Like, oh, I go out in the world. I look at plants and trees. Like, oh, what's that called? You know? Oh, it's botanist. You know, botany. You know? You're like, oh, that's cool. But with zoology, they just kind of gave up, didn't they? Like, hey, what do you do? You know? Oh, I work at a zoo. From 9 to 5, I'm at a zoo. What do you call that? Zoology. What do you want from me? I work at a zoo. Yeah, it's cute. So. Anyway. Hey guys, you guys like impressions? Yeah. Yes. Okay, that's good because I have one coming up in about a minute and a half. So something to look forward to. Put that on your itinerary. 90 seconds, no impressions. What the hell? I hate the media. It is. I feel like the media really warps, you know, what you think about the world. You know, really shapes your perception of like the world, right? Like I was watching the news the other day, and you know they just make you like a shittier person, you know, because the major storyline was today in Cambodia, or you know one of those countries, bridge collapse, you know, killing 40 people. You know, and you're like, oh my god, you know, 40 people, that's a lot, you know, I can't believe it. You know, then they go on with the story and they're like, and we also found out 2 of them were Americans. Like, oh my god, 2 of them were Americans. That's like way more than like 40 people, you know, it's like, oh my god, we need to get the National Guard down there or something. Two Americans, jeez. That was about the required time, yeah. I mumbled my way through that joke, so we can, yeah. I am aware of how I perform. Yeah, so here's, you guys, this will be interactive, if nothing else will be. Here's my impersonation or impression. Hey guys, so I was walking down the street today. Yeah, I love New York. I was walking down the street today, and I saw a fire hydrant. And I saw it, and I was like, oh man. New York. Any guesses? Don't worry, I'll answer for you guys. I would. It's okay. That was a comedian from outside the city touring in New York. That was, your intuition was correct. Good for you guys. Give yourself a round of applause. What an astute audience tonight. Anyway, I am doing well. I know I'm doing well for the simple reason that I haven't started a podcast yet. Yeah. It seems to be the only barometer of mental health these days, is whether or not you are airing your unsolicited opinion to unwilling suspects on the internet. Yeah. Doing a podcast, man. Can you imagine doing a podcast, you know, these days right now? 18 years after the first one began. Oh, surely the market isn't saturated enough. Let me get in as well. It's like getting into the spice train these days. It's like, yeah, you're too late, mate. It is concerning. I read a study the other day that said in the first time in American history we finally have more podcasts than guns. Yeah, it is just discerning. Yeah, there should be a 7-day waiting period on both of them. People doing podcasts. None of them are good, right? Yeah, I know that because we all use the same word to describe when a podcast is doing well. And the word we use, you know, is when it blows up, it goes viral, right? That's what we all say. Oh, viral, you know? Yeah, we describe the content of the podcast having the same qualities that of a virus. Yeah. Oh, did you hear about Jim's podcast went viral? Oh, really? Yeah. I know. I thought it was better than that. Hit 100,000 views. I think it went bacterial. Yeah. Had no discernible life forms whatsoever, infecting everybody. If it hits 1 million, it might even go fungal. Ooh, that'd be pretty good. Oh, good for him. Yes, the crowd says. It's a pretty good cup of tea.
Tea?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah. That shows I'm present. I did some ad-lib right there. You can't write this stuff, folks. What I'm trying to say. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, that was a fun one. No, it's cool. Things are generally getting better though. Cell phones are getting thinner. TVs are getting better. And everything in our society seems to be getting better. Well, everything except printers. It's almost as if not only can they not get better, they seem to be getting worse in many ways, right? It's frustrating, the whole printer thing, because it's almost as if all these companies, HP, had the blueprints for a better printer, but they choose not to make it. I know that because we have 3D printers that work, but 2D printers not allowed. Apparently, it's easier to print out a gun than it is a recipe. But yeah, you guys got it. No, I don't know. I think I'm a good person. Yeah, I try to understand the world, though. That's what I do. I try to understand the world, and here's the thing I don't understand, right? If white privilege is so bad, why is it so good for me? Like people are like, oh, it's horrible, Like really? I don't know. From my perspective, it's over here. They're like, oh, you got that job because of white privilege. I'm like, yeah, that was good. If I didn't have the job, that'd be bad. Hence white privilege. Like people are like, oh no, you don't get it. It gives other people an advantage over other people. I'm like, well, that doesn't seem like you got to get rid of it. If anything, we need more of it. I think we should all have white privilege. I think black people should have white privilege. That's how we move forward. People say some people don't like this joke. And some people think but I disagree. I try to be a good person. I try to get to know black people, but here's the thing. Whenever I move in, they move out. And then then I follow them out to the suburbs, and they're like, then they move out even further. They're like, don't move near us. I'm trying to get to know you guys. So you tell me. Thanks.
Okay. Good protection, everybody. Yeah. The one comic that tried talking himself out of his own bit in the middle of the bit. Like you ever? I mean, that's happened to me a bunch of times, but that was like years ago. I moved up here from Florida. I moved up here to do stand-up comedy. I've been doing stand-up comedy for about 3.5 years, give or take. And when I first started, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't know you had to be funny to do this shit. I just wanted to be one of those guys, I just wanted to be a stand-up guy. Yeah, it's a really dumb joke, but that joke is only gonna get better every year I keep doing this shit. 30 years from now, I'm gonna be on this stage, I'm gonna be like, I've been doing stand-up comedy for 30 years. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know you had to be funny to do this shit. But this next dude, he is mad funny. He's mad funny. That joke just bombed. This dude is mad funny. You're gonna love him. He hosts a show called Dropouts Comedy Show. Give it up for Joe Levy, everybody. Watch him come and do it. Yeah.
Thank you, Ariel. Thank you guys for getting out here. It's an honor to be here at Caffeine Underground Jewish Tunnels. This is cool, man. I feel right at home as a Jew. This is beautiful. I feel amazing, man. I know it happened a couple weeks ago, but that shit was on my mind for a bit, you know? You guys saw the story, right? Underground Jews, tunnels. You're familiar, right? You're somewhat familiar, right? What's up? What are you talking about? Sounds like Spider-Man? Is that what you guys are talking about right now? Like, yo, this motherfucker is Spider-Man underground. How is he gonna escape? No, I know. Is that what you were saying?
No.
No? Oh, sorry about that. What were you saying?
She was talking about the Jewish tunnels.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about
That was my neighborhood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was your neighborhood. Did you hear shit underground? It's okay. I don't believe you. No comment. Okay, fine. She wants a career in show business. She's very, she's smart, man. You know what kind of bothered me, though, is people thought like it was sex trafficking and shit like that. That's crazy, man. You can't get sex trafficked by a Hasidic Jew. Just some guy like, please get in the van, please get in the van. We got matzo ball soup in the van, get in the van. We got churned matzo ball soup, please get in. They're ridiculous. Well, it's nice to meet you guys. It's a pleasure. A little weird opening, I get it, you know, we're sure. But hey, I'm happy to be here, man. Like the last comic said, a white privilege is amazing. So, you know, he could have used some of it. But I'm 22 years old, so my parents still live with me. And I have very strict parents. Like, my dad did not really watch wrestling on TV because he thought it was too violent. You know? And then one day he caught me watching WWE. So what he did is he beat the shit out of me. I was watching TV. Next thing I know, he just hit me with a ladder. So, at least wrestling is fake, you know? It's crazy. More fucked up, the next week he caught me watching porn. Yeah, boy was I sore. That was a long day, you know? That was a long day, man. I try to be like a little more like different than my religious parents, you know. I think people, who's from New York? You're from New York? You're from New York. Everyone else kind of moved here, right? Moved here, right? Kind of, you know, want to move away from your fucking religious, conservative parents, I assume. Kind of fucking hippie, dippy, bullshit town, you know? Fucking hippie-ass town, you know? Where are you from, man?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, okay, fine. And you feel you like it here more?
Yes.
Yes, okay, cool. Let me ask you a question. You think you believe in gay people?
Sure.
You think they're real, right?
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree with you too.
Sure.
I 100%. I think gay people are real. I do. I'll say it. You have to admit. What's your name?
Me?
Yeah. You.
Mary.
Mary. I think we have to admit that some girls are lying about being gay. Not in general. Just to me specifically. You know? Just when I hit them at the bar coincidentally, all of a sudden, you know? It's like, now you're gay. I saw you making out with my friend 5 minutes ago. He's the one who told me you were a fleas, you know? It's crazy. It's insane, you know? Thank you for having me on, y'all. Having a great time. It's a great show. No, I think this is going very well. For me, this is like the best show of my life, you know? Having a great time. You know what? I should have just been a fucking magician. I was going to be a magician. That's what this is. I was going to be a magician. I just couldn't keep a secret. It's hard to keep a secret. I don't know how these fucking guys do it. Like, if I hide a dove up my asshole, I gotta tell somebody. Somebody has to know. There's a dove in my asshole. I'm not just gonna do nothing about it, man. You know, someone's like, hey, Joe, what are you doing today? Nothing. Nothing? It's a dove in my asshole. What do you think? Nothing? I was a magician. I revealed every secret possible. Or my sister's like, hey, Joe, where do you keep the dove? I said, well, you're adopted. Well, I am bombing. Oh my God. No. I like this. This is fun. This is good. I'm having a really good time right now. So your name was Sarah? Mary. Okay. Close. Yeah, right. Yeah. Mary, Sarah, close. I fuck with that, man. Yeah, it's cool. Veronica, what was it again? No. All right, this is good. I like this, man. This is awesome. I like this, bro. Yo, fucking, it's bullshit. Okay, so, no, you know what's okay? Okay. What the fuck was that? Come on, already? Give me the Oscar music. A fan, give me the fan. We don't need a fan. Jesus, we're fine. We're having a good time here, right, Mary? We're having a good time. Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck is this bullshit? No, this is cool. This is cool, man. Cool. This is great. Anyways, don't vape. Don't vape. It's not good. Yo. Don't fucking vape. Nobody vape in here. I hate this guy's vape, right? And this guy's vape. The flavor of the vape was vanilla ice cream. It gave me lung cancer and brain freeze. So dumb. I was like, do I need chemotherapy or chocolate sprinkles? It's insane, man. You know, it's insane. You having a good time? You know what I mean? I played Truth or Dare with my girlfriend recently. Playing Truth. You guys know Truth or Dare? Right? Yeah, you know Truth. This guy fucking knows, you know what I mean? Definitely knows, man. That's a good sweater. I like it. It's a shame you can't see because of fucking lighting and shit, but it's a good sweater. Yeah, I like. Where'd you get it? J. Crew, that's good. None of that fucking bullshit, fucking, what's that? Fuck, thrift, yeah. Thrift and nonsense, you know? Just straight to the fucking dome to get that shit. Yeah. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, I played Truth or Dare with my girlfriend, right? And she was like, this is actually a cute story, right? She was like, Truth or Dare? I was like, Truth. She's like, Joe, Truth or Dare? Truth. She's like, Joe, do you love me? I said, truthfully, Mary, I love you so much. You're the best girl in the world. I'd do anything in my life for you. She's like, wow. I was like, Truth or Dare? She was like, Dare. I was like, I dare you to stop cheating on me. And she said no, so I won. That was great. I think love is weird. People do crazy things for love. I don't know if you guys know the story of Van Gogh. He once cut his ear off and then gave it to his girlfriend. Yeah. Proving once again, guys never listen. I'm sure that's what she wanted, right? She's like, hey, honey, do you want to hear my day? He's like, I'd rather cut my ear off than listen to your fucking day, you know? And some of you are experiencing that feeling right now. Wanting to cut your ear off. Well, sorry, I'm not fucking Van Gogh and shit, man. You can't do. I think I'm pretty good. This is fucking art, though. This is what you moved here from fucking Massachusetts for this shit. Yeah. Your parents are right. You should have fucking stayed in the fucking suburbs. Right? This is the art you deserve. I'm like fucking Batman right now and shit. This is the art you deserve, people. Fucking underground and shit. No, I got some good jokes. I do. I got some good jokes. I got some shit, man. What's up, brother? Thank you, man. I get real with you guys. We have a rapport before, right? We have a rapport, right? We're very close. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. What is it, Caroline? What is it? No, I'm kidding, Mary. I'm kidding. I'm retarded. I'm like really stupid. I'll be honest. I'm trying to work on my mental health. That's my resolution. Mental health. I think it's important, right? So my resolution this year is I want to work on that shit. So I started doing daily affirmations. Every day, and I wake up, I look in the mirror. I go, Joe, I am love. I'm abundance. I'm funny. I'm kind. Look in the mirror, take another deep breath. Joe, I am love. I'm abundance. I'm funny. I'm kind. And then I take the gun out of my mouth. And I point it at the mirror. I go, yo, if you say corny shit like that one more time, we'll fucking kill you, you know? Yo, that's like my big closer usually. And I do sometimes laugh at that shit. It's like funny, but like when you guys don't laugh, it's so sad. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with me? Like I came here, I was so excited for this shit. I felt like I would like go out with that girl, have like a whole life and a family, and like I felt like we started something new, and this guy would be the best man, and like, you know, and like you would be there laughing and shit, giggling, and like, but like no, it just like didn't work out. But, like I really like hope like I think like we could like if I had like a couple more hours for this shit like. I think eventually we'd all have like a good time. Like, yo, that guy was like kind of stupid, but like honestly, he had a good point about like What if I like gay people and shit? Oh yeah, that was pretty funny. All right, thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, give it up for Joe, everybody. Joe, don't you vape?
Yeah, I love it.
There are cooler drugs to do, Mr. Levy, like heroin. Just skip the middleman. Just heroin. Heroin it up. It tastes even better though.
Have you? Nope. Okay. Guys.
Am I the only person who's tried heroin in this room? Fuck
Guys. Really? That's besides the point. Guys, I'm going to bring up our next comedian. It's Mad Funny. You see him at New York Comedy Festival. It's a pleasure having him on because I actually met him when I first started. And it's really a pleasure having him on. He's a dear friend. Give it up for Grant Sheffield, everybody! Keep that energy up. Watch him come and do it! Yeah!
Keep it going for your host, everybody. Keep it going for your host. Wow. Yeah, I was there when he started doing stand-up, which is fucking crazy. How long ago was that, Audio?
Yeah, that was 3.5 years ago.
3.5 years
Close
ago.
to 4, yeah.
Fucking shit. Nothing has changed. Wow, what a strong start. No, that's great. I think I remember we were at a party somewhere here in Brooklyn. Whose party was that?
Dude.
Was it Lily's party?
Yeah, it's a Lily.
Yeah. I think, yeah. It was a cool party. I didn't stay long. I'm really like a party girl. It's really not my energy. I don't really get down with the parties. I'm kind of like an in and out type of situation. I'm there for like 17 minutes. I'm going to fuck home, right? Like, before I came to this show, I had already planned what I was going to get at Whole Foods. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's how old I am, right? I'm 33. It's a great year. Thank you, Andy. You ever bring the whole crowd? You ever done that one before? I like that we walk the dog. Isn't that fantastic? The dog walked past me in shame, like, God damn, niggas, no way you gonna do this shit. And he was correct. Let's do some jokes, I guess. Yeah. I'm in a relationship. Me and my girl been dating for like almost 4 years now, which has been solid. Almost 4 years, very good. Yeah, thanks for the pity claps in the back. Still gonna keep rolling. What's interesting is this, right? If you're in a relationship, it feels like you're investing in a small business that might close down at any minute. Anybody feel that at all? Right? Like you start, you're like, ooh, this quarter is fucked up. There's no way we're gonna survive the winter, right? But no, we've been there like 4 years ago on a lot of trips. That's our favorite thing to do. If you're in a relationship, you will learn this. The way you travel is different from the way your partner travels, right? Like my girlfriend, the way she travels is she does a 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. itinerary. It is heartbreaking for me. I like to do this style. I'm more like, I want to be 3 places in the hotel. That's where I want to be, right? Anybody else? Just this guy. All right, got it. That's a good time. Did anybody have dinner? It's 1 o'clock, so let's just fucking talk about real life, right? Did anybody have dinner early? Okay, I'll skip all of the meals today. Had therapy today. My therapist asked me about comedy. Oof. I go, we don't have enough time. She goes, Grant, just tell me, what is stand-up like? What is stand-up like? I painted her this picture, specifically. She goes, tell me what stand-up looks like. I go, stand-up looks like 4 to 6 people who are having the worst time of their life. But the way people assume stand-up is on Netflix. People are like, oh, that's what stand-up is. That is the idea of stand-up, what happens on Netflix. This right here, me in the Saw basement fucking it up. Oh, this is stand-up, baby. This is where the rubber meets the road. Tell me about this milk crate that my foot is on, by the way.
It's covering up a pothole.
That is. I wore my good ass shoes for this. You understand this?
I dusted that.
These shoes come out twice a year. It's January. So these will not be coming back outside. Here's a fun one. I love to travel. Like I said, me and the girlfriend, we love to travel. It's our favorite thing to do. We got to go to Tokyo back in June of last year. It was a beautiful time. We had the worst possible seats on the planet. Right? We were sitting in 36A and 36B respectively. What that means is we were in the bathroom. That's what me and the girlfriend were. We were knees up on the sink, right? That's not a place you want to be. You feel every bump, right? But if something great happened, I don't know if you guys have ever been on a plane before, but when turbulence happens, scary white girls start to scream. And that is just a moment you just can't take back, right? Like, we're sitting in the back, right? And there's a girl, she's screaming very, very loudly, right? And I'm like half asleep. I got one AirPod in because I'm black. My girlfriend has on 2 AirPods because she's got money. And like, it's going great. I hear the scream. I start to giggle just a little bit, right? And my girlfriend's like, why are you laughing at this white girl? And I was like, and that's the exact sentence. That's why I'm laughing at her, because she's struggling, right? And I find out that this girl, about maybe 20 minutes later, she peed on herself. I know you're like, Grant, how do you know this deep personal information? Because she had on gray sweatpants. That's how I found out. Don't wear sweatpants if you're going to pee on yourself, rule number 1. Also, don't have an erection, rule number 2. That's just how it works, right? Insane. So she pees all over herself. We're only 20 minutes into the flight. The turbulence was fucking bad, right? We're flying just over Los Angeles, trying to get to Tokyo. It's a 17.5-hour flight. So it's not a joke. It's really happening, right? Then, as you guessed it, just before we landed, this girl walks past me. What do I see? Brand new stain. She's done it yet again. Could you imagine how terrible your day has to be that you go, you know what? Let's go for broke. And again, we are by the bathroom. We can literally just go to the bathroom. Pees all over herself. It is unfortunate, the choices this lady made. Then we went to Tokyo. It was fucking dope. If you've never been to Tokyo, please go. It's a very dope Asian country, for sure. People say Asian a lot tonight. I like that. I like that there's, like, representation doesn't ever happen in comedy shows. People say Asian or Spanish. It never happens. It's just like, white dude, white dude, white dude, white dude, white dude. Black girl, white dude, white dude. You know what I'm saying? I was just chastising stand-up. It wasn't towards the show. I just want to make sure I put that out there. So we get to Tokyo. We're having a beautiful time, right? And I got to see the kangaroos. That's why you go, right? I wanted to see the kangaroos. They had some of this random place that had kangaroos there and shit. It's fucking dope. They also had koala bears, which was fucking cute. You ever seen a koala bear before? Ever seen that shit? It's worth it. 17.5 hours. It's fucking wild. I feel like I deserve this. You know what I mean? You wake up at 5 goddamn a.m. in the morning. You work all goddamn day, and then you go, you know what? 6 hours before I go to sleep, let's see what happens. This is the highlight, right? It's funny. The fact that you guys came to the show, outstanding. I pull up, they're like, hey, some of your friends are here. I was like, God damn, they're going to have a glorious time. How do I even give them this information? I was like, you know what? I'm not going to text a fucking soul. They want to see a stand-up show? Goddamn, yes, you got it, baby boy. Yes, you did. I'm in therapy, like I said. It's very cool. My therapist is a black lady, so I feel all the shame immediately when we talk. Every single day, right? I talk to her every single Tuesday. She's dope. She has 4C hair. If there was a black woman in here, except for one, you will understand what that means. That means her hair is very much natural, right? She has great curls. She asks me random questions a lot. She's like, hey, Grant, when's the last time you cried? Not a great way to start, right? Because the last time I cried was when I watched my 2 favorite movies of all time, right? You're probably wondering what are those movies, Grant? Well, here you go. Pursuit of Happiness. Will Smith gets the job, fucks me up every time. Avengers Endgame. Tony Stark dies. Tears everywhere. Thank you. Can I say this shit? When we first walked into this place, I walked downstairs, I was like, what are the chances there's a fucking cow behind us? I was like, what if it's a fucking cow back there just fucking going crazy? That was my thought. So what does the fan go to? So again, this is the thing about being older, right? I came down here, I felt an immediate draft. I don't know where you guys are. Like, I'm 32, I was like, fuck. That's the thing when you know you're above 30, you just feel drafts. You know exactly where they come from, too. 2 things I know how to do. Find a draft and a wobbly chair. I'm good for both, bro. I know where every wobbly chair I've ever been, right? I remember them all. to the comics in the back, the people in the front row, they are teachers. That's what they do for work. You guys are like, oh, you guys are great listeners. They were trained to listen. Okay, they know how to laugh. They just it's so much a thing. It's so much a thing. I can't even explain. I was like, they are fucking trained. It's a Manchurian Candidate. That's what it is, right? Here's something fun. Yeah, they'll enjoy this. I actually quit teaching back in June. Great time. Quit June 28, 2023, right? It was fantastic for me. I cried 14 times that day. It was all over my Instagram stories like a little bitch. I was a big bitch, but a little bitch at the same time, right? But it was cool, bro. It was cool, right? And then something terrible happened around July the 1st that I didn't know happens once you quit a job. The rent comes due. Shit was serious, right? But what I did is what I don't recommend anybody else do. I applied to every coffee shop in Astoria, Queens, and Brooklyn. Because I was like, there's got to be a better life than this. There's no fucking way I'm going back to the goddamn classroom. So what did I do? I put in applications. 55 applications I put in to work at a coffee shop. Anyway, I did not give a fuck. People who know me know it's my dream, having a coffee shop, right? Would love to have a coffee shop. Jokes are cute, but beans, crazy. Come on, right? So I'm at this coffee shop. This is a real conversation I'm having with the guy. He's interviewing me. He goes, sir, it seems like you've been teaching for several years. Why would you want to work at my coffee shop? Which, for most people in the room, you're like, that's a fucking weird, whatever, right? But for me, I was like, well, the reasons I want to work for the coffee shop is because I love coffee. I love drinking coffee. I fuck with it real heavy, right? I didn't say that exactly. You can't say that in interviews, right? Thank you so much for the savior. So he's like, yeah, why do you want to work here? I was like, I've always been interested in coffee. I think it's dope, right? He goes, sir, not to be crass, but how much did you make in your last role? Yeah, a coffee shop owner asked me how much money I made in my last teaching job. I go, $5 less than you make per hour, sir. That's what I made. It's no money for sure. He did not give me the job. Could you imagine that shit? I'm qualified for the things that don't even matter. He thinks I can't pour hot water together with beans? I didn't get the job. I was fucking pissed. I was dumb pissed, bro. I was like actually very much mad. My therapist heard about this shit for 3 weeks in a row. She verbatim said, Grant, you gotta let this one go. She said it verbatim just like that. I was like, I could never let this shit go. I was like, he's the dirtiest motherfucker on the planet. All I wanted to make was hot lattes with oat milk. That's all I wanted. I didn't give a fuck about anything else. I didn't get the job. I was very much pissed. So then I jump on Indeed for about 7 minutes. I hit submit to like 5 teaching roles. Within an hour and a half, my phone was going crazy. But let me say this at the same time. Not one coffee shop ever called back. Yeah. Do you know there are 16 and 17-year-olds that work at Starbucks? The Starbucks in my neighborhood wouldn't give me a shot. They had just opened. They had nobody, son. They had nobody. There was no previous experience there. It was just me and them. They did not hit me back. I know you're probably thinking like, okay, Grant, what's the plan then? Did you apply to any more coffee shops? Goddamn, yes, I did. Sure did. Applied to one about 2 weeks ago. Can't wait to get out of this teaching shit. Fuck this. Shit is an ass. I teach in the Bronx. Kids say pause way too much. They say pause for no reason. It'll be regular shit, right? Everything is pause. Everything can't be gay. I mean, but if it is, also vibes. But like everything can't be gay, right? It's a cool little gig though. I like the job for the insurance. You guys ever do anything just for your insurance? You ever do that shit? Yeah. Yeah, I want us to go home too. It's valid. I already know the crease in my couch I want to sit in. Do you guys think that far ahead in your life? Thanks, Mary. I appreciate that. You're a fucking goddamn beast. Fuck the rest of these hoes about you and me. Fuck these hoes, right? I love it, right? I'm 33. I know exactly where I'm going to be in about an hour. I got a beige blanket. I already know what I'm going to watch on my Roku. Fuck you guys. It's going to be fantastic, right? My only regret in life is that Whole Food closed at 10 p.m. If I went up second, ooh, the way I would have had breakfast for the week, Ooh. That's how you know you're in your 30s, because that's what I look for. Well, truly was a pleasure. Good night.
Yeah. Yo, Grand Sheffield, everybody. Thank you guys for sticking around. Guys, we have a couple drop-ins. Great comics. I'd love to put them on if you would love to stick around and see them. They're great comics. One of them hosts a show. First of all these comics, we all know each other, you know? And
we all get high together. So
we all get high together
We've been high together
and
for years.
tell these shows to each other, and then we're just like, do that at the show, you know? And then we all go around and do it at the show. I want to bring up this next comic. I hope you guys stick around. He's great. Really funny. Please give it up for Danny Warren, everybody. Watch him come and do it.
Danny. What's good? What's good? Give it up to your host. Guys, clap it up for your host. It's a beautiful show. I feel like he's holding you hostage, though. He was like, it's time for you to go, but we had these two people who have nothing better to do with their day. So you
They're
do
getting their
nothing
money's
better
worth.
with
They're
it.
getting their money's worth.
That's beautiful. How are you guys doing? Are you leaving? No, you should. You should. No, it's good. Bro, oh my god, you look like if J. Crew made a person. That's insane. How you doing? How's your year going? Are you having a good new year?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you have a resolution? No, just shot more J. Crew. I like it. Listen, I'm getting older, right? So I was like, it's weird to make resolutions because they never work, but I was like, I feel like I can make this resolution work. This is my resolution. I was like, I just want to watch the news more. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting older. I feel like I should know what's happening in the world. I never know what's happening in the world. Like, I don't know. Like, I hear there's something happening in Israel. I don't know. I hear, like, Israel's at war with, Epstein's Island or some shit. I don't really know. And I don't know what's worse, the fact that I don't know anything about the war in Israel or whatever, or the fact that I know way more about Jada Pinkett Smith than I should know. How do we know so much about Jada Pinkett Smith? We know way more than we ever asked to know. Like, she doesn't even have a movie coming out, and she did so much press. Apparently she had a book. Did you guys saw the book that came out? Yeah, it's worthy. It's a whole book about how she doesn't like Will. It's so beautiful. She has a whole section in the book where she talks about how Tupac is her main love, like her day one, right? She was like, listen, if he had lived, like, we probably would have been together forever. Like, we love each other. So Tupac wanted to marry me for sure. Like, he definitely did. Like, she insisted. Like, he definitely did. And like I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, but I'm starting to think that Tupac faked his own death to get away from Jada Pinkett Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had nothing to do. Yeah, it's just a short bald lead. It's my turn to bomb. This is fun. You guys have the chance to go home. I don't know. People like Jada's crazy. I think that's mean that they label her as crazy. She's not crazy. She's powerful. She's not crazy. Like, I've dated crazy women. Most of you are women, but dude, you've dated crazy women, right? Actually, with your face, I can't exactly tell which way you go. You dated crazy. Okay. You don't seem very enthusiastic.
I'll let you keep going.
Say what?
I'll let you keep going.
Okay, cool. Thank you for that courtesy. Like, here's the thing, like, I've dated those women that are like the type of women that, like, you're like, I don't know if, like, you have diagnosable bipolar disease or you're just being Latino right now. Like, those type of women, you know? And, like, the problem with crazy girls is they don't admit to it. They don't admit to it. They always have, like, a reason, like, an excuse to be crazy. Like you be with a girl who's got clearly anger management issues. Like, she's got problems. And you can try to call it out. You're like, baby, I think you have issues. She'll be like, nah, it's just, I'm a Gemini. That's just what we do. You're like, no, you fucking broken my Instagram. You can't blame that on the moon. That's, she'll throw a book at your face. You're like, you threw a book at my face. She's like, I'm in House Slytherin. That's what we do. Thank you. I get one smirk and I'm like, crush that joke. This is gonna be. Do you guys? Anyone have kids? You guys are you guys so wanted to go home, but you don't actually want to go home because you don't want to be here. I have a kid. I have a beautiful little baby kid. For real, he turned 1 this year, which is weird. Like, I'm 26. It's weird. Like, every time I meet other people my age and I tell them I have a kid, they're still focused on pulling out. And I'm like, I don't know how you did it. That's insane. Like,
here's the thing about having a kid is now, like, I have a baby boy, and I love him, but I'm terrified because I don't know if you've met kids. Kids are fucking mean. They're so evil. Like, I live in Flatbush, and so I see kids on the playground, and I'm like, that's not a person. Like, have you ever seen like kids playing Yo Mama nowadays? Have you guys ever seen that on the playground? They're so mean. They don't play it like we used to play it. They're so fucking mean. Like, I watched kids the other day play, and it just like progressively got more mean as they played. Like, one kid was like, man, your mama's so lopsided, they use the fat from her neck for her BBL. The next one was like, man, your mama's so old, she still think Bill Cosby's innocent. And the third one was like, man, your mama's so broke, she gotta work 3 jobs just so you can sit the bench in AAU basketball. And she got an OnlyFans just so your little sister can take ballet. And sometimes she lie awake at night trying to remember why she didn't get that abortion in the first place. That's so mean. And the kid, your mama didn't get flustered at all. He just snapped right back. He was like, man, you're just jealous because your mama got AIDS. All right, that's my closing joke. I gotta say this anyway.
Yeah. Danny Warren, guys. We got one last comic. He's the headliner of the show. Guaranteed, promise. But he's going to make you pee your pants laugh. Please give a warm welcome. Ronnie Smith, everybody. Watch him come in. Do it! Yeah!
Oh yeah. Hello, 4 happy people. Yeah, I get to perform to the fan. Oh, my mom's proud. This is nice. How you guys do? You feel good? You feel good? You feel good? Okay, this is cool. I actually like this kind of stuff. I like performing, in the basement with 4 people. I like just small environments. I don't like going to big parties. Like, my friends go to the club. I don't like going to the club, right? Because the drinks are overpriced and the DJs are terrible, right? Like, have you ever been in a club and you're trying to enjoy the music, but you can't because the DJ keeps talking too much? Does that ever happen to you? Right? That shit's mad annoying, bro. I was in a club in Harlem last Saturday. There's a nice spot. It's playing some good music. I'm trying to enjoy the music, right? All I hear is Return of the Man, Return of the Man, Return of the Man. Yo, I'm drinking to deal with my clinical depression. Return of the Man, and you know that I'll be back. Return of the Man. Hey, yo, my girl cheating on me with my little brother. We getting shots, baby. Return of the Man. Yo, if I don't find no bitch tonight, I'm gonna sleep on the C train. Remember, man? I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. Trying to enjoy this song. The divorce is making that difficult for me. Also, I love how, as an audience, y'all are just past the point of laughing. Like, smiles is the best I'm gonna get you. That's the best I'm gonna do. It's just gonna be smiles. So, and I can deal with that. I can deal with that, because I like smiles. I I just can't cry. Right? Well, I'm a man. I'm a 6'3" nigga with a big dick. I'm not allowed to cry. That's in the rules. That's in the rules. I'm serious. But listen, I come from a Jamaican family. Okay, my father is an old school Jamaican man. This nigga told me when I was a kid, he said, son, if you ever feel like crying, under no circumstances do you cry in public. If you want to cry, you go to the bathroom, you lock the door, and you cry like a fucking man. And then I thought about it. I was like, oh shit. Now that explains why this nigga was in the bathroom so many times when I was growing up, right? Because every time we watched TV together, he would just go to the bathroom. The whole time, I just thought he was masturbating. I thought my father was a sexual deviant. I really did. Because I was watching Titanic with my pops one night, right? We was watching Titanic on TV. And you remember that scene where they was like on the door? Remember that ending scene of the movie where she's like about to let go? My father's watching that shit, and he was like, "I'll go to the bathroom," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." Kate Winslet got some nice titties on him. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at you. You know what I mean? But then it got even weirder because the next time we was watching TV together, we were watching The Lion King, right? You remember that scene when Scar killed Mufasa? You remember that? Yeah. My father watched that scene and he was like, damn, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, animals, nigga? Really? Okay, you might need help. I thought my father was just like one of them niggas that just be jerking off to drawings and shit. Like, I thought he needed help. It turns out the whole time he was just crying in the bathroom. Crazy thing was, he would never like just go to the bathroom. He'd always take like a Playboy with him sometimes to like make me think that he would right? Like, he had one of those old Playboys from like 1972, and he would take it to the bathroom. I remember we was at my grandmother's funeral, right? We was at a funeral, and I'm crying. My father saw me crying. He smacked me upside the head. boy, what the fuck did I say about you crying in public? You're a man. Stop crying. And I was like, Pop, that's your mother in that box. If anybody should be crying, it should be you. And my father looks at me and he goes, I'm not crying because she didn't raise a bitch. And then he reached into that suit jacket, pulled out a Playboy. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm like, nigga, we are in public. What the fuck is wrong with you, sir? Need help? No, I know he needed a hug. He was crying over naked bitches. Crying over naked bitches. Thank you. Who's from Massachusetts? I know somebody in here from Massachusetts. Oh, it's you? It's you? Okay, all right. How long you been in New York?
It's my 4th year.
It's your 4th year here. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what's up. She's a fucking trooper this morning. That's cool. That's cool. Let me ask you this. Are you dating anybody? You single?
Single.
You single? Okay, do you think you're gonna find love in this city?
Who knows?
All right, that's honestly the most realistic answer that you could give, right? How old are you? You don't mind me asking.
I'm about to be 26.
Oh, you're about to be 26. I'm 23. So you know we like 2 years old. Yeah. I'm not trying to make a connection. That's the only thing. Like all these guys are looking at me like, watch them work. You know? No, it's not that. I'm trying to fucking bond with the audience. I'm trying to get a smile out of her. That's the best I'm gonna do. I'm not getting laughs anymore. You know? But it's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna spaz on it. I will say this though. I'm part of I'm part of a group of people, right, that have all collectively given up on love, right? A lot of people in my life have just said fuck love in general. My little brother actually gave up on love, right? Because I called him yesterday to check up on him. I was like, yo, Harry, they had a date last night. How did it go? And immediately he got like kind of upset, right? He's like, Ronnie, fuck this shit. I'm done. I deleted all the apps. I don't think there's anybody out there for me. I think I'm just going to die alone. And I was like, Harry, don't say that about yourself. You're not going to die alone because you are a pilot for JetBlue. So statistically speaking, right, you're 4 times more likely to die with 900 people. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to die alone. You're going to have company. You just need to change your attitude, all right? Okay, and this has been a reminder that I should go back to college. I'm Ronnie Smith. Peace out.
Guys, Ronnie Smith, everybody, to close out this show. And I want to sincerely thank you all so much for coming out to this show and seeing these wonderful performers who give their blood, sweat, and tears to this craft. Thank you all for getting something to drink and eat, and I hope you had a great time.
And then leaving.
Yeah, and you leaving.
And leaving.
We close it out. We close it out.
I didn't want to go. We're out here. We're out here.
Thank you so much for coming out. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed, get home safe. That was the show. That was the Do It Show! Thank you guys. Woo! Thank you.
Stick it up. Y'all guys.
Thanks, guys.
You're gonna bring them up.
Huh?
You're gonna bring them up.
Yeah.